And speaking of winning the Royal Rumble, we're going to move on to the Royal Rumble match. It looks like it's going to be a really good Rumble this year. Last year's was the 40-man Rumble. It was okay.
A lot of surprise entrances.
There were, and Alberto Del Rio ended up winning, and he had a very good year last year. He didn't actually win at Mania, but he ended up winning Money in the Bank and then became a 2-time champion. Alberto Del Rio is probably not going to be a surprise entrant in this Rumble. I don't think he's back from his groin injury yet, but there will be several others, and we're going to go over our picks right now. Now, Cole, you've got a couple lined up that you think are going to be in this match. Why don't you shoot those off for us?
JBL is returning tonight, without a doubt.
I'd love to see it. He said on Twitter that he's in the best shape he's been in years. We know he's one of the best talkers. And if you're looking for a match for Mick Foley at WrestleMania,
no DQ, hardcore,
maybe JBL. He can play the corporate spokesman for Laurinaitis.
Yeah, definitely. And
it also could give CM Punk someone to feud with in between now and Mania. I don't know. I guess that depends if a Raw superstar or a SmackDown superstar wins, but I agree with the JBL return. I think he hasn't been doing much. He's dropped a couple hints, and the Royal Rumble is a perfect time to bring in a guy like JBL. Now, a couple other of your surprise entrants.
Brock.
I disagree.
He could. I would like to see him come back.
This is wishful thinking.
Oh, definitely.
Brock's not returning tonight. I'd love to see it too. I'd mark out, and I hate the guy. But Brock's not returning tonight. I don't think so.
He might make a...
See, the thing is that if Brock Lesnar's going to be there, you're hyping it. You're letting everyone know because you want those pay-per-view buy rates.
Yeah.
And unless Brock has something lined up for WrestleMania, which as far as I know he doesn't, but maybe WWE has it under wraps.
They've been keeping a lot of things under wraps.
But who does he face? Undertaker. That's it. But as far as I know, Triple H wants that other match with Taker, and Shawn Michaels is going to guest referee it. Maybe that's a smokescreen. Maybe you're right.
Lesnar could face Angle when Angle gets out of his TNA contract.
I don't see him getting out of his TNA contract because he wants to help that company, and Angle's training for the Olympics. And Angle's training for the Olympics.
Brock's got to break his neck first, though. He can't win without a broken neck.
You mean Kurt?
Yeah. Brock's got to break Kurt's neck.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
But WWE's not going to give Angle the traveling schedule he needs to train for the Olympics.
That's
that
true.
He needs.
That's
And
true.
TNA gives that to him. So I don't see Angle returning. I've heard a lot of people talk to me. They think Kurt's returning tonight. He's still under contract. Not happening. Rob Van Dam wants to return this year. Still under contract. Yeah. Samoa Joe still under contract. AJ Styles still under contract. But here's a couple names that probably are returning from injury. Christian. Probably going to see Captain Charisma return tonight. He's had a high ankle sprain. He could have returned weeks earlier, but they wanted to save it for the Rumble, and I'm okay with that. Probably Goldust. Goldust had a terrible shoulder injury last year, finally fully recovered, and they want to do that Intercontinental Championship match with Cody Rhodes, but they're talking about having Cody Rhodes being in one of the major players in the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania, and that's a guy that I could also see win it besides Dolph Ziggler. Unless Ziggler's in a match with Foley, and then Cody Rhodes will become my favorite. So we'll see how that plays out, because the seeds were planted.
What do you think about Cody versus Goldust, but
at Elimination Chamber?
Dusty Rhodes special guest referee?
That's what I wanted, and I wanted that at Mania, with career versus title.
That'd be
I think that would be cool. My guess is they have Goldust eliminate Cody Rhodes, set up the match for Elimination Chamber, see how it goes over. If the crowd's into it and this feud works, they carry it into Mania and do the title versus career. If not, if it doesn't go over well, Goldust gets his final farewell match in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Cody Rhodes goes on into WrestleMania in the Money in the Bank ladder match, where he will be a favorite. Some other guys returning from injury, probably Kevin Nash. I could see him returning as well. And we know Mick Foley's going to be in there, not necessarily an injury return, but Laurinaitis did announce he was going to be in there, as we predicted last week he would end up.
Do you think he comes in as Foley or
Mick Foley? No, Mick Foley. At this point, the three faces of Foley have all blurred into one, and it's that big, fuzzy, lovable teddy bear of a stunt man that is Mick Foley.
He's a crazy man.
Yeah. Another return I'd like to see tonight, Rikishi. because Brodus Clay is going to come out. He's going to do the dance thing, and remember in the Royal Rumble before, Rikishi had a dance routine that he did. I think Brodus Clay is going to do the same thing tonight. Have the next entrant be Rikishi. Have them do a dance-off. Have Brodus Clay eliminate Rikishi. It'll be fun for the fans. It'll be nostalgic for the fans, and it also could be a mini passing of the torch to Brodus Clay, because I didn't like him the first week. I was grossed out the second week, and now he's starting to kind of grow on me. We'll see where it goes.
He's a likable guy.
Yeah, and he seems like a really good guy, and he was kind of given a lot of crap with the whole House of Pain thing that he actually came up with, and they gave to Mark Henry for the Hall of Pain. So, good luck, Brodus Clay.
Good luck.
As far as the winner of the Royal Rumble goes,
We should get to the Final Four. Final Four first.
we are. Well, I was going to do that.
Shut up now.
All right. Well, we're each going to say our Final Fours, and then we're going to say who wins it. My Final Four: Sheamus, Randy Orton, who returned in time for his Rumble to be in St. Louis. So,
Holy.
Sheamus, Orton, Barrett, Jericho. Maybe Kane, but I think Cena.
I don't think
Cena won't make it to the Final Four, so I'm gonna go with Jericho, Barrett, Orton, and Sheamus. 3 SmackDown guys, 1 Raw guy, because there's not I mean, the main guys on Raw are already enveloped in storylines, and Jericho's the only one. But Jericho's my favorite, so you got 3 SmackDown guys and 1 Raw guy. And I think Jericho probably gets on the Jericho and Orton. I do think Orton will be challenging Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight title because, like I said, you want your top guys in those title spots at WrestleMania, and Orton is undoubtedly SmackDown's top guy.
My 4: Sheamus, Orton,
Okay.
Christian, and then either Barrett or Jericho.
I can't see 4 SmackDown guys. Because then you.
That's true, but I think Christian and Orton should be in the Final Four together, because that could set up.
True, it would be cool. I think Christian's going to be in the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania, but I wouldn't mind seeing a fatal 4-way between Christian and Orton and Daniel Bryan and Sheamus or Barrett. But they'll probably do the one-on-one title match. But I could see Christian in the Final Four, but I'm going to stick with what I've got. And I'm going to say Jericho wins it and goes on to face CM Punk at WrestleMania. However, don't be surprised if my earlier pick from this month, Randy Orton, wins the Royal Rumble in his hometown of St. Louis. I can go with either one.
I think Sheamus has a chance at it too.
He's definitely a dark horse pick.
He doesn't have a match for Mania yet.
No.
They could set one up. Maybe have him feud with Barrett. Start a feud with Barrett, Mania match.
I definitely think you're going to see the transition more from Barrett to Sheamus. We've seen the seeds, and Sheamus hasn't had a real feud in a while. So
he's just been running over everybody.
Yeah, absolutely true. Well, those are our picks for the Royal Rumble. You know, we're probably going to do a show Tuesday or Wednesday following up Raw and our Royal Rumble review. It'll be a 2-part segment. This is just our just going to do the one segment today. So we certainly appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you guys watch the Royal Rumble tonight. If not, catch Raw tomorrow. Brock's not returning.
You never know.
All right, thanks, guys. Enjoy your weekends.